Just been having some difficulties. I gotta get the internet in pretty soon for a little bit. Okay. Alright. For a little bit. Okay. Alright, how's everyone doing? Just gonna make this real quick and sweet. Appreciate everyone coming in. I want to watch this video later. So, how's everyone's day going? Said evening. Good evening. I'm trying to plug this phone up. But yeah, man. Hope everyone's day has been very productive. That's what I really care about. Make the day count. Each and every single day is new opportunities. And take advantage of everything. Okay, haven't been live in a minute, man. But yeah, man, what's going on with you guys, though? I'm gonna get into it in a minute just by charging my phone up and get this started. There's been a lot going on. No, I haven't made a video in 3 days. Been trying to figure a lot of things out, but it is what it is. Let's see. Okay. All right. So, you know how I do it. 2 videos in one. Gonna get started. So, I went to Books A Million, right? Y'all can, feel free to ask. I don't know if it's gonna be a lot of people on here. A lot of people probably sleep or something, doing other things. But so anyway, man. So in Valdosta, Georgia, and I've been to Georgia before. I'm familiar with the ATL, the metro, like the city. And I'll say the Georgia is very country, man. It's just a bunch of dirt roads, and you gotta really know where you're going, man. Have a map, like. But it's cool though. I mean, people here is cool, man. I don't really have too much. I don't have too much to complain about. It's cool. Base is straight. It's decent, man. Just pretty much getting everything settled in. So I discovered they have like a Books A Million, which is like their own form to Barnes and Noble, and it's pretty big, man. I actually got this book called here, Rich Dad Poor Dad. You probably heard about it, written by Robert Kiyosaki. Get into like investing. I might go to school for accounting. I don't know. I have like multiple passions. It could be computer science, medical, or accounting. I figured that they pay 100% of your tuition, so which is freaking good, man. So just been doing like a lot of orientations and briefings lately, and eventually I believe next week really get involved in my job, and so I could be proficient in it, which is extremely important. I ain't playing it right now. Let's shut eye. Remember that from basic training, but yeah, man. Like this video's for older recruits. I'm talking about people who's like 25 or 24 and up, and decide to join the armed services. I can speak for the United States Air Force. That's what I'm in. And if you're thinking about doing that, good. I just want to say the first step, my best advice is to always research what the Air Force needs. I'm talking about far as job-wise, because you don't want to go to the recruiter office and you don't really have a sense, the general idea of what the Air Force aim is. Are you into mechanics? Like, do they need more mechanical type stuff? Aircraft maintenance? Are you into like electrical, cleaning or services? Janitorial type stuff. I mean, do you have a legitimate reason to join? Like, you want to join, and I don't need to serve your country, which is a beautiful thing, but do you want to join to, get an education, to travel, maybe get out your hometown? Those usually are the general reasons. Or you just need some money in your pocket, and you feel like, this is a good stepping stone for you. Now, many people, I advise you to research Guard and Reserve, which I would have done that, but a lot of people, you guys are from, like, California, you're from Texas, Georgia, they have bases on there. Like, you don't really have to go active duty, and so you can kind of. And I'm saying it's nothing wrong going active duty, but if you really want to like just stay at home for a little bit, but you still want to be affiliated with the armed services, research what the benefits can give you from being reserve and guard. Maybe it's a good enlistment promotion. Like look at those type of things before you step into that recruiting office, or decide to go to the recruiting office. Ask about it. Like, don't be ashamed. and ask as many questions as possible, because the recruiter's job is to recruit people to the armed services like as soon as possible to get you there. I mean, yeah, you got some good recruiters, that really care for you, that check up on you, making sure that you get the job that you want, in order to be successful for the mission. Because at the end of the day, no one cares about your career more than you. And I've been hearing that, and that really makes sense. But keep that in mind. And I want to say, get your finances together. That's a big thing. You got a car payment, so I'm talking about car notes, all that stuff, car insurance, like, make sure it's paid off, or you have someone that can take care of it for a little bit, or you can put it in storage, or talk with your bank, you can turn it in, type stuff. Um, I'm not sure because I really have my own home, but like renting or everything, you might have to contact your landlord, say, hey, I'm transitioning to a new career. I'm gonna be in the armed services, I'm going to the army or the navy, whatever, and show them papers and something that will work with you. And then like, okay, well, they just terminate your contract. Now that's only if you decide to come back, or you're gonna be gone for like maybe 6 months or so, and then you come back, you still have a place to stay, because you got leave. But consider that in mind. Make sure your household, if you have a family, is in order. Your household financially is in order. Your wife is good. Kids are okay, and just have a good reason, man. Because that's gonna really help you and get you motivated to get through basic military training. So I'm just gonna speak for the Air Force perspective because I'm in the Air Force. I don't want to give anybody misleading information, but you know, for the Air Force, it's like 8 weeks of training. And yeah, it can be very difficult, man, going through basic military training. You got to understand, keeping your mind state that you're going to be away from home for a little bit. It might be longer because when you go through basic training for 8 weeks, then you have technical training school, right? And it depends on your job that you may be in school for like another 3 months, 3 or 4 months, and you might not have a guarantee to go home before you go to tech school. Usually at the BMT, you go straight to your tech school, like so that's how you process in. And I say keep a picture of your family. Like when you start packing, keep a picture of your family, because that's gonna help you get moving. Because at the end of the day, man, you're surrounded with young people, a different generation, and you can get kind of lonesome a little bit. You can get tiresome, and you with intense demands at times, and you can get easily demotivated. But your motivation, have a quote, have some different pictures. They allow you to have like pictures, man. Quotes and stuff like that. That can keep you going, man. Because you're gonna they're gonna take your cell phone. They're gonna take your technology away from you, and you got to be prepared for that. It's just pretty much, I look at it as a sacrifice, and I look at it like it's a way. This is all temporary. This is a way for me to be very successful, and then at the end of the day, and it's not long term. Pain is temporary. You always remember that. It will always subside. But if you quit, however, it will live forever, man. So don't quit. Always be resilient. Know what you got in there for. Now, when you walk into the recruiter's office, be knowledgeable about job that you want. And I'll say this too: if you want to do mechanics, read up about the jobs or aviation of mechanics, man, and the general knowledge of how to do it and how to test for it. Now you have to take the Armed Service Vocational Battery Aptitude Battery Test, and that's considered the ASVAB. It has like reading comprehension. It has what the hell? Oh my goodness, word knowledge. Yeah, math, arithmetic and reasoning, science in there. It has assembling objects. It has a mechanical, electrical, auto shop, wood shop, and you can get books from Amazon called the ASVAB for Dummies. You can get the McGraw version. You can go Barnes and Nobles. Some people don't study, but like me, I have to study, in order for me to retain the information. And I'll say, consider your time. If you work a job, you work a 9 to 5 job, like when every time you get off your job, like, or you can do it in breaks, man. Study at least 3 to 4 hours a day or something like that, man. If you get an hour break, just study for that hour while you eating, and just read over a specific section that you want to excel in. Now, the worth the most points, of course, is the word knowledge. I'll say read the dictionary. Now, that sounds crazy, but you can do it. Read the dictionary, or just take practice online tests. That's going to help you. And that's going to be like a separate video on really how to excel and ASVAB. But it's not really a difficult test. It's just like, don't overthink the questions. But it's a little common sense, a little bit, but critical thinking at the same time. You always use a process of elimination. Make sure you get adequate rest and eat, because it's a 3 hour long test. Once you pass the ASVAB, understand, like, I know in the Air Force you at least get like a 40. They want you to get like a 50 and up, but I think according to the standards it's 45, something like that. And kind of excel really well like on the core subjects like the word knowledge, arithmetic and reasoning, which is the story problems, how to break down formulas and know what type of formulas to use in order to get the answer. And mathematical knowledge is pretty much like a little bit of high school math. If you're really successful in high school, I think you will pretty much excel in this. But those for individuals that's like 24, 25, that's been out of school for a few years, man, you know, it might be a little difficult for you, but you still can do it. You know, just kind of just, if you're not really good at math, you know, I advise to get a tutor and don't rush to take the ASVAB. Don't rush to take the ASVAB, man. Like, you know, because you pretty much got two tries to do it. Because the first time you fail it, you gotta, you know, you can take it next week, whatever. Second time you fail, you gotta wait like what, another 6 months or something like that, something crazy. But I think the first time you gotta wait a month, I believe. I can remember, but it's a long term. Third time you gotta wait like almost a year, minutes or 6 months, and you know you don't want to psych yourself up in those type of situations, man. So I advise go on YouTube. Nowadays people they go online, they got the ASVAB app that really helped out a lot, and why people always want to go, which is great. We use our technology to our advantage, and we can use the ASVAB app, and it can help us like how to break down different problems, and you be more comfortable on what to do. So once you take the test, you actually understand like the job that you want and what type of score that you need, and then you start meeting with your recruitment, and he was going to give you the process, and you go to MEPS, you do all these things, and make sure too that you are healthy as well, that you don't have any type of tickets, man, because tickets, man, it can really deter you from joining the Air Force. That's a really big thing, no drug problems, stuff like that, no signs of depression, anything like that, man. You don't really want to just get into that slump, because I mean, Air Force, they will find out eventually, but at the same time, man, you gotta be mindful of that. If you really want to join, have a strong why, have a strong motivation. Make sure everything is good. Like I said, financially in order. Also, too, what you need to do, look into your recruiting station, have daily meetings with them as soon as possible. Sometimes they don't be in their office, but you gotta really hound them if you really want to get in, because this is a very competitive field. And once you get into the delayed entry program, that's pretty much a program where you wait till a job opens up. Don't be in a hurry to rush out, because you don't want to just accept any type of job, and next you sign a 4 or 6 year committed contract. Then next thing you know, you don't like it, it's not what you think it is, and you're going to become miserable, and therefore it's going to affect your performance. So I say, like, analyze every single thing. If you don't know anything, just ask, man. Look at videos, look at other people's testimonies of what type of job that they was into. If they don't have the job that you want, I say just try to go to a different branch at the end of the day, man, because you don't want to dedicate yourself to something. You gotta wake up early in the morning and sacrifice to join the Air Force. I know people join because they want to get out of their hometown and they have no choice. Because me personally, that's one of the reasons why I did it. I did it for education purposes, and I'm gonna take full advantage of it. Like far as tuition assistance, 100% of tuition. You get the I have the choice to get the GI Bill, the Montgomery GI Bill, and so those are the great things that you can do. Pretty sure always be honest about your recruiter if you have student loans, because that can help you with that. Because they always gonna run a credit check. Make sure your credit is good. If you have any outstanding balances, something that's really ridiculous and crazy, they may hold you accountable for that, and it may make it difficult for you to join the United States Air Force. So make sure, like, people when you're a little bit older, you have a little more things in life, you may went through a divorce, they're going to ask you all these paperwork type of questions, man. If you have committed a crime, so it's pretty much a long interview process. Know who you are, know your financial state, be honest. If you had a misdemeanor, all these things, man, because they're going to look all that stuff up, man. Take care of all of that. Don't be coming in there, you got speeding tickets and stuff, you can take care of it. Pay it off, do as much as possible, man. And because I'm telling you, once you get out there, you're not going to really have time, and you don't want to be stressed about basic military training, because it's already stressful enough, and you think about bills back at home. That's what I'm telling you. Your mental state is extremely important. So keep that in mind when you decide to join the armed services at this particular age. Now, you got some people that's like 25, 26 years old, never, experience life like that, which is okay. But for the majority of us, you have your own house, you one time you was married, or you had kids, all these things, man. You got to consider that a little bit, when you're in basic training, and, trying to move up into the ladder, and when you're in technical school. So they can tell you when to go to bed, what to do, what to wear, how to do this, and because they got to cater to like the 18, 19-year olds. I'm just saying, reveal too much in basic training because at the end of the day, I want you guys to really have the experience if you decide to end up joining. But this is the type of mental state that you're gonna have to be in, and I'll say meditate, pray to God too. Keep God with you. That's extremely important, man. If you're religious, man, like just have God with you at all times. Establish that great foundation because it's going to be strain on you mentally, man. I'm talking about meditating the Word of God, read the Bible, man. You can do that in basic training when you have like downtime, but keep that in mind because there's going to be times that you feel like you don't belong or you can't do something. You can do it, man, because it's going to be difficult at times, bro. But yeah, that's all I really, pretty much, I gotta really say, man, for those who are deciding to join, get in shape, get into the gym while you had that time when you're in the late entry program. If your recruiter says, you gotta wait for maybe 6 or 7 months, take that 6 and 7 months time to be with your family. Hang with your friends for a little bit. Don't do nothing crazy, but hang with your friends. And after you pass all the tests, because you're gonna miss them. You are. You're gonna be bit. If you have a spouse, spend as much time with them. Establish like some type of daily schedule, man. Be proactive in your community as much as possible before you leave, man, because you don't want to have any type of regrets. No regrets at all. No regrets. But and just write down number one reasons why you decide to join. Because when things get tough, you can refer to your notebook of your goals and your results and be like, okay, this is why I joined. I'm gonna keep moving. I still do this to this day. You may have a lot of bad days and good days, but eventually you will achieve. Just be highly motivated. It's a lot of average people here, but you would think they're very excellent in what they do because they're highly motivated. Remember, motivation, and hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. I remember my track coach, Coach Shu, started said that to me in track and field when I was in high school. You got people that has so much talent, but don't go to practice, don't work, don't care about the job, not knowledgeable, don't want to be proficient, compared to someone who's not as talented. Is talented, is working hard, just staying late, doing everything they can, and next they getting better and better and better, and that's all it means, man. At the end of the day, so just know that like what does the Air Force need you, like why do they need you, just keep that in mind and just take advantage of full opportunities, man. Be open-minded to a lot of things and just keep going. That's all I really have to say, man. And have that support group, have that emotional support group, and have people pray for you before you go because you're gonna really need it. And that's pretty much all that, man. If you're in that mid age, man, make sure everything is really in order financially. Have a great plan. Write everything out, what you want to do, why you want to do it, and just do it. Remember, do not conform. Conformity is evil, man. It's the worst thing ever because people be like, why do you get up in the morning to go to work? I mean, why everybody get up in the morning? I mean, I get up in the morning just go to work and do what I got to do, but it's really no impactful reason. Like, why are you doing the things that you're doing? Because you can easily fall into a slump in life, man, if you just doing things where everybody else is doing and you produce mediocre results. Know about yourself before you start to join, man. The armed services, but it's a beautiful thing, and just take advantage of all the opportunities they give you, like education, free travel, food, all that stuff. Because at the end of the day, it's gonna set you up for success, man. If you decide to not make it a career and put your full 20 in, but do a lot of research. I'll say pray about it, meditate on it, and God will just steer you in the right direction. Because exactly what I did. But this is pretty much my advice to those who's like 24 and up, decide to join Air Force. Just be knowledgeable about the jobs that's available, and see if it's conducive to your talent, and your goals. If not, then don't join. Just try to create some other avenues to really be successful. But yeah, that's all I really have to say. It's your boy Young Jr. Go Chargers, man. We're going against the Arizona Cardinals tomorrow. I'm really looking for Nate Satterley and Justin Tillery, how they're gonna really play their positions. Philip Rivers might have a few snaps, so it's gonna be really awesome, bro. But I'm gonna go ahead and shut down. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe, support the video under the PayPal link under the description box. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or anything, man, just please email me at rodney9312@gmail.com. Please do that, and I'll get back with you for any topic, man. Like I said, support channel and the PayPal. And yeah, man, if comments and concerns for anything, I'll talk about anything in the best of my knowledge, man. You guys take care. I'm out. God bless.